How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. In our last episode, we had defeated May, our rival, made our way over to Mauville City, explored some of the adjacent areas along with the city itself, defeated Wally as well, and of course our main task today is going to be our first objective, which is to take on the Mauville gym and its gym leader Wattson to obtain our third badge. So we do have to solve a puzzle like similar to how we had back at the last two gyms. I'm going to go ahead and entertain this double battle. With my charm and my Pokemon food will shock you. My electric soul, it'll shatter your dreams. Oh, whoa, yeah. Okay. They got two each. Okay. Okay, so it shouldn't be a surprise for many that this gym, based on the layout as you already saw, is an electric type gym leader. This is actually going to be one of the easier of the gyms that we'll be tackling on for one main reason is that it's only weak to ground type Pokemon. And while C-Money has Mud Slap, which isn't exactly the greatest move, I'll be honest, our boy Khip with Mud Shot can really eliminate these enemies quite easily. So in all honesty, this should be considered like a breeze. Of course, I don't want to jinx myself and say that, because then I'm just gonna get owned so badly, and then I'm gonna have to pause all the way up to this point. So we're just gonna make sure that we, play it smart. I don't want to exactly do anything that will cause us to, lose very early and then regret everything that I did so far. This is gonna be good experience for C-Money though. That's what I'm really hoping for. I'm still a couple levels away from it evolving to the next stage. So at this point, at its errand stage, it's still going to be pretty slow. It's still going to be, to a certain degree, fragile. Its defense stats are still really good, but especially defensive, maybe not the greatest poke out there. So I still have to just make sure I'm careful. Alright, and this is only a single battle. This gym's got puzzles. Isn't it fun? True, some gym puzzles are fun. This one's really the easiest of them all, since it's not necessarily a difficult puzzle. Once we get to the last gym leader, though, not necessarily a hard puzzle, but making a mistake is pretty bad, because you're facing like so many trainers at once. It's a brutal punishment if you mess up. But we should still be okay, because hopefully by then we should have some good level pokes and a full team. Normally by the 8th gym leader, I technically like to have a full 6 Pokemon team, just because it's useful to have. Not required, obviously, and most people can do it with just one. I believe back in my first playthrough in this game, it wasn't Emerald though, it was Sapphire. That was my original Gen 3 introduction to this game. I completely ignored my teammates. They were all like level 40s by the time it was the 8th gym leader, maybe like level 30. And my Swampert was already at like level 60 because I just cared about Swampert the most. I don't know why. I guess I just love Swampert so much. I love shiny things. I trained under Wattson. There ain't no way I'm gonna use it. I don't know. I guess I just loved Swampert so much. It was really powerful though. A good water type with good offensive stats, especially since it's ground type too. That helped a lot. Although my goal this time around is not to do that. My goal this time around is to have some good high level Pokemon. All 6 of my teammates be high level. That's really the goal I want to accomplish, just to make sure I have that set. Because I really don't want to go into the whole game with just one poke. I mean, speedrunners do it all the time. That's kind of the point. They kind of have to do it as fast as they can, so they really have to rely on just one. I kind of don't want to do that. I really want to show off all 6 of my teammates very practically. And one thing I haven't mentioned as we're going to be finishing up these trainers is that behind the scenes I did capture a Poochyena for the sole reason that it's really only going to be used as another HM slave. My Nincada, it can't learn Rock Smash. I thought it could, and it was able to learn Flash for all moves, but it can't learn Rock Smash. So I had to catch one just to make sure it can learn it. So now we'll be using it after we defeat this gym leader, so that way we can progress further into the game. Because in all honesty, thank you. Alright, because in all honesty, after this gym leader, it's gonna be a while before we reach the next gym. Not necessarily distant-wise, but more
more like storyline involvement wise, if that's a good way to put it. Because I mean, the next city isn't too far from Mauville City, honestly. If you were just to walk there, it takes like less than 5 minutes game time. But we have to do a lot of tracking around the map, and it's gonna take a while. So we're just gonna have to catch maybe 1 or 2 new teammates along the way and make sure we do some good, decent leveling up. Alright, so that's everyone there. Alright. None of my Pokemon really took bad damage. Can't use the control. None of my Pokemon really took any bad damage, but I'm still gonna heal up just because it's just the right thing to do. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna cut for just a quick second, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, a minor momentary pause. So what I'm gonna do is let C-Money handle a lot of it first, since it's gonna really be bringing out most of its weaker Pokemon, and then the last book I'll dedicate it for Khip because he'll have a better job of taking it out. So let's start with Wattson. I've given up my plans to convert the city I have, and so I put my time into making door traps in my gym. Oh, now what are you doing here? What's that? You say you've gotten past all my rigid doors? Oh, now that is amusing. Then I, Wattson, the leader of Mauville Gym, shall electrify you. Battle 3, let's commence. Cheerful old man. So leader Wattson is gonna battle us for our third gym badge. Let's begin. Voltorb is started. Level 20 Voltorb. Alright, I believe in C-Money. And since most of the pokes that Wattson has don't really have anything other than electric type moves, we just have to be careful because, yeah. Alright, not too much. C-Money wasn't playing around. He wanted to get that crit and the accuracy drop. But I don't think... I think Wattson's just dumb. Like, why would he think that's the best option? What made him think that was the best option to take? That was a horrible option. Hey, but I'm gonna let him do him. I don't think another one's gonna work. Yeah, I forgot. Shockwave can't miss, I think. It doesn't have the highest base power, but it can. Break. Alright. I'm gonna just let Fruit Balloon take more time. Yeah, I knew I had to revive. I got one earlier in our adventure. And yeah, Shockwave isn't going to do a lot to grass type folks, so it shouldn't really do any damage. And it's not I'm going to let it heal one more time. I do have a lot of soda puffs, might as well take the damage with it. It's just going to continue to do Shockwave since it's pretty much its best move, so I'm not going to really worry about it too much. My only concern is that it does have static as its ability, which means it does have a chance of paralyzing it, so let's see. Yeah, come on, I hate static. It is a good ability, it really is, but I just hate it used against me. Alright, Magnetron. Alright, this is where I am going to bring out C-Money. Since Mud Slap will actually do a decent amount of damage, as low as its power and base is, but that ×4 weakness is super helpful. Hey, it missed Supersonic. Good. I'm never really lucky with any kind of confusion ailment. Oh, it did a lot less than I was thinking. I thought I was gonna build a little bit more. Alright. Alright, one more should do. What's gonna do now though? Come on. No Shockwave, no Shockwave. Oh, come on. I had the chance. I didn't miss, they missed. Hey, C-Money putting in the work. Magnetron's a good put, but a level 22 Magnetron, that's kind of broken, come on. Alright, some mainnet trick. This is something I can't let C-Money handle by himself. If he had a better ground type than we have, my boy Khip can handle this. Yeah, level 24 mainnet trick, but it can't really do anything since it doesn't have,
Yeah, it has Shockwave, but it can't use it on Khip since it's part ground, so it's just bound to just howl and do nothing but await defeat. And I should outspeed it. Alright, good thing it healed with the Citrus Berry, because now it won't be able to use its own potion. It's too high HP for Wattson to trigger it. Perfect. Alright, and that's Wattson defeated. 3 gym badges down. Fine. I lost. You end up giving me a thrill. Take this badge. And we received the Dynamo Badge. 3rd gym badge from Wattson. So with this Dynamo Badge, Pokemon can use Rock Smash out of battle. Good. And it will make your Pokemon a little bit faster too. Take this too, which is TM34 being his signature move, Shockwave. It's a trustworthy move that never misses, so you can count on it. And that is a good TM to have. Not powerful, but the fact that it never misses, so in terms of like accuracy drops or pretty much accuracy drops, very good to have. Alright, so now that... Maria, why are you calling me? No, I don't care. Whatever you had to say. Alright, so now that we got one important milestone done for today, the remainder of the adventure is going to be tracking north of Mauville City, because like I said, our next stop is going to be, what's it called again? Fall Arbor Town? Lava Ridge Town, those 2 cities, but it is going to take quite a while to get there. So a lot of this is going to be trainer battles and good for leveling up, but it is going to take quite a while. I already battled them because I made a mistake in the last episode about them. What Pokemon? Switch it over. Yeah, because we have 3 good high-level pokes. Did you come from Mauville? Then you should be full of energy. When you're as famished as I am, there is no room for pity. Alright, so it's going to be a lot of trainer battles. That's for sure. Ooh, Numble. First introduction. Fire type and ground type. Quite a unique combination, and honestly very easy to take out. I am going to speed through this because there is one section I don't want to speed through, and that is something I'm going to introduce in our next... Oh, actually, I'm probably going to finish this up right here, so never mind. Shroomish, why? Why must you do this to me? Get out of here. And Magnetron should not get out. Having a fighting type move is pretty helpful, I'll be honest. Alright, both defeated, yeah. Oh la la la, that takes a lot. That's a lot to take, and they just grew. Alright, so one thing we are going to be visiting now, which honestly would have been a bit useful to visit before the gym, but since our Pokemon were pretty high level, it didn't really matter. We're just visiting this house. Hello, I'll talk to you, traveler. How's this? What do you say to taking on our family of 4 in a series of Pokemon battles? Alright, that's the spirit. Alright, so what we did is we just visited the Winstraight house family, or the Winstraight family's house. And as you said, this is going to be 4 consecutive battles with 4 of their family members. So first is the father. And honestly, they don't really have high-level pokes. Even prior to battling the gym, we could have probably battled them when we first stepped foot into Mauville, because we would have been slightly lower level, so it would have been some better XP gains, but since there's really no poke I want in my team as of right now, at least before we even get to the next area, there really isn't anyone in particular to, like, you know, give any good XP against. I honestly could have put Frugal at it. And the Winstraight family is honestly, it's the exact same family that you see in the anime. If you guys ever watched it, which needless to say, I fanboyed over the anime for quite a while, including from the original up until Journeys, which, you know, I could talk about Journeys and everything else some other time. But I believe it was in Advanced Challenge. So the second season of the 3rd generation, Ash and his friends were introduced to the Winstraight family. So I believe it was on their way to Lava Ridge Town. They stopped by the house and then they met the family members. And then the 5th
Wind Straight family member. I think it was the son, like the older son. Yeah, see, they're not that hard to defeat. He went on a goal to become a Pokemon trainer, and then, you know, on his way, you know, he couldn't do it or something like that. And then his family was like too proud of him. He's like, I don't want to go home. I need to prove to my family that I'm good. And then his family, or really specifically his grandmother, was like, we cheer for my boy, my grandson. And then yeah, that's basically the story of that. So these battles, I mean, good XP gains, like I said, but other than that, you know, just part of the anime, I guess. Even in Sapphire and Ruby, this was still part of the anime, so. It's just said pretty much like all the other the sequential releases for the generation. So like perfect examples of like Pokemon Yellow for the first, Crystal for the second, Emerald for the third, Platinum for fourth, technically Black and White 2 for the fifth, and then like the rest of them onwards pretty much did mirror the anime to a certain degree. Those games were more dedicated to like living off the anime's experience. So a lot of like anime related events and any kind of like specific Pokemon captures or any kind of specific instances. Alright, so now it's Grandma's turn. She's actually the strongest. But I'm going to smack you! Yo, Grandma's gonna smack us for beating the little girl. Yeah, I can see why now. So a lot of those games, especially for those who probably paid attention or already knew right off the bat, a lot of it was based on related events from the anime. So not this specific case, because the Wind Straight family is in Ruby and Sapphire as well. But noticeable ones are like the Battle Frontier. Well, I'm gonna morally pick on from this generation. The Battle Frontier was one of them. The gym leaders, I believe. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it since this isn't exactly old, but for those who haven't heard or aren't familiar, the 7th gym leader in Ruby and Sapphire, I don't believe it was a double battle, but it is a double battle in this case. And then the 8th gym leader is completely different. It is gonna be one that we'll be seeing later towards in the end, like what you see in the anime, not like in the Ruby and Sapphire original releases. It was a different trainer. Alright, let's go ahead and move forward. Oh, so there's a reason to why you want to battle the Wind Straight family. So when after you defeat all 4 of them, you talk to the grandmother, there's no question that you're strong. But if you were to battle my grandson, you end up crying in frustration. Yeah, see, she even mentions the grandson basically like she did in the show. So he's much stronger than any trainer in our family knows. He must be challenging the Pokemon gym by now. One of my grandson, he could be the champion already. Wait, I thought she gives you an item, or am I just not remembering stuff right? No, I swear, you're the first trainer I've seen me deploy, but I should take myself strong and even take the Pokemon. So wait, they don't give you anything? Oh, okay, so it's the mother that gives it to you. Okay, so she gives us the Macho Brace and the demonic eye mother. Like she already explained a little bit, it does increase your Pokemon's physical attack stat immensely, but in sacrificing that, you are losing some of your base stat on speed. So some Pokemon can benefit over that than others, but I'm not going to be using it just because I don't really need it. Good item to have, though. I believe when you're training Pokemon or like leveling up to get your ideal team, but in this case, not really useful for us. So now that we can use Rock Smash, we can finally head north. If you don't raise your Pokemon some more, it can be tough to keep winning. I've heard the Elite Four Pokemon far stronger than well, yeah, they're the Elite Four. Is she a trainer? Yeah, I don't know where you're going, but would you like to battle? Alright, so I'm gonna battle her first. And then I'll go ahead and battle the TV people that we saw there. So give me 1 second, I am gonna cut here for just a quick second. Alright guys, after that battle I did have to restock at the Pokemon because I just realized I needed some items that I completely ignored. But we are going to be introduced to a double battle here, and this is against 2 people that we normally don't see often. And it's the TV cast recorder, so we'll see. So Ty, hey, looky here, a television trainer here of all places. Cameras rolling. So we are introduced to actually what is considered one of my favorite trainers to rematch a lot, and it's the interviewers Gabby and Ty. So they have Magnemite and Whismur, and then of course you do have the ability to rematch them with their match called Function. And they do get up to like a level 40 Exploud and then a level 40 Magnetron, which I love to use for training. They are good.
And also, one gimmick that they did introduce is every time you defeat them, you're able to do an interview with them, and then after said interview, you can go ahead and watch it on TV, and you can go ahead and see yourself get an interview, which is pretty funny. I've seen it happen a couple times, and that's just why I like rematching them. And you see them throughout 3 places throughout the series. We see them here. We'll see them 2 more times. One when we're battling after we get our 5th badge, and then the other time is when we're after just getting our 6th badge, or before and after. Okay, I can't remember, but it's along the lines of that. It's along the lines of that. I'll be honest. All right. So then Gabby's like, "Awesome, who are you? I knew you were onto something while we spotted you. Oh, please let me explain. We travel all around everywhere, interviewing all sorts of trainers. So would you give us a bit of your time for an interview?" And we'll go ahead and just comply. Yeah. Describe your feelings about our battle, but have it short and sweet. So about our battle, it was a status. And there's a lot of things you can say, honestly. Well, about our battle, it was always. That makes no sense. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a perfect clincher. I get the feeling that you'll make a great TV show. There's a chance that they'll air this on TV, so make the look out for us. Okay, we'll be seeing you. Alright. Ricky, what do you want? You saw this tentacle, you wanted to catch it? Yeah, you didn't catch it. Yippee, loser. Alright. Okay, get interrupted again. Okay, so there's a slight path that we're going to be reaching in just a moment. Travis just decided to interrupt us. Alright, level 18 stand. Good poke, but not exactly something we're going to be capturing. So get rid of it very easily. So in a moment we'll see 2 diverging paths, and only one we can take because the other one we actually need a pair of items, one item to access, so we can't. So even if I tried, as we'll see, so the sandstorm is vicious. It's impossible to keep going. So yeah, we can't even force ourselves to go in. So we have to just force ourselves to head to Route 112 because we need a set of goggles to continue exploring that area, and since we don't have it, there's no point in even trying to continue. I'm strong. I won't cry if I lose. Boy, if you don't. Enough with your crying. So Larry. Alright, he has a nosebleed. Alright, not a good matchup against. This is when I really would like to get more pokes because I don't exactly have a great variety of them. Like against grass types, I don't have really any good matchups. That's why I'm trying to get at least as far as I can to the next city. Well, Fall Arbor Town is the next city we have to reach to, so that way I can get my new poke there. It'll be very low leveled, I will be honest. We're gonna have to really train it a lot to get into at least everyone else's level, because it's just gonna take a while. So that's why I'm trying to at least get there as quick as I can, so that way I can do some good leveling up on it, and then do some behind the scenes leveling up, so that way it can catch up, because it will take a while. It will take a while. She wasn't even looking that way the moment I did. This is what I hate about the trainers sometimes. Like when they have randomized movements, so that way you can possibly avoid them. It's like the one time they don't look your way, it's the moment you pass their square, and then it's just like, wait, what am I doing? I'm throwing. I can't use the ground slide. I'm too frustrated right now. I'm actually too frustrated to even think. Okay. What I'm gonna do is cut real quick. I want to make my way over to the fiery path, which is our next stop. Wait, was that her? So just give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, now that we actually got past these few trainer battles, this is actually the next important milestone, which is Mount Chimney. So up here is the cable car that does take us to the next location we have to be, Lava Ridge Town. But we are actually introduced to 2 people we've never really seen yet. Hey man, is our leader really going to make it? Sounds like it, yeah. But I heard we need a meteorite to do it. Oh, I get it now. That's why the rest of the crew went out to Fall Arbor. Got it. And until they come back, we're not letting anyone pass. Alright, so they kind of just told us, since everyone's at Fall Arbor being them, they're just gonna block it. So as we see, Lava Ridge Town is right over here, and in fact the cable car does lead us towards that direction right over there, being Lava Ridge Town, which is where our 4th gym badge is. Well, we have to make our way around all the way up here towards Fall Arbor Town, which is where we have to meet up with those goons, so that way we can actually access this area. But luckily we can get one of our new teammates there, but based on time, we're not going to have enough time to do that today. And this is actually the fiery path. Let me just put up hell. There are some good pokes you can catch here. The most notable ones are the poison duos from the original game, being Coughing and Grimer. And then you can actually catch like Numel and Torkoal here. Good fire types, but I'm not going to be using them. Just because I don't really have a need for them. Alright, double battle. It just makes things a lot quicker. I caught hot Pokemon in fight. Now take a look. Oh, what? You're adorable. I need a romantic battle with someone. What? What's that all about? What? A romantic battle? What does that mean? Alright, so Bryant and Shayla. Alright. So after this battle, I'm gonna head a little bit towards north towards Fall Arbor Town. I mean, not Fall Arbor Town, the route before it. And then I'm explaining a little bit more of what we're gonna be doing there. And then I will have to cut it out there for today. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, after that battle, we do have 2 paths that we can't take again. This is actually heading back towards that deserty area I was talking about, but of course without those goggles we can't access it yet, so we're just bound to going north, which is towards Fall Arbor Town, which is where we need to go anyways. But let me go ahead and talk to this young lad right here. What's that? What am I doing? I'm thinking about making my own room here using a Pokemon room. I know, I'll give you this TM. Will you use it to make your own room? No! We're not making rooms here, we're just gonna steal a TM for our purposes. Finding a big tree that looks like this might drop some vines. Use secret power in front of the tree. Some vines should get it free and drop down. So you can climb the tree. You'll find a lot of space by putting your favorite things. It'll be our own secret base. Secret room. Or secret room, secret base. You should make one too. And another thing, you don't always have to make your secret base in the tree. Secret power works on rock walls that have small indents in them. I'm going to look for other places to find. Okay, so secret power does have 2 uses. One outside of battle being that you're able to make a secret base, like he just said. And you're able to, of course, make your own stuff, like your own room, put your own decorations, And other friends can visit it too to see how you create it. That was one way for like multiplayer to work in this game, is just to see other people's houses. It was like a similar concept in Pokemon Stadium, where like your own house, you can decorate it, but really nobody ever really saw it unless you actually physically made them see it. It wasn't like a wireless/wired connectivity kind of thing. Okay, so now that we visited that house, that was the rest house, so if we ever need a heal, we can just go there. And as we can see, just to do a quick level up wrap up, Sea Money 26 and Fruit of the Loom 26, they are very high level. And our boy Khip level 29, both Sea Money and Khip are quite a couple levels away from finally evolving. And this thing right here, we actually can't access since this is not the proper bike to use. Right? It's not the proper bike to use. Yeah, it's not. We needed the other bike. Alright, but for now, this is actually where we need to be heading. This is Route 113, which takes us to Fall Arbor Town. And then that area right next to it, Route 114, is where we're going to be capturing our next teammate. Finally, right? But with time constraint, we are going to leave that for next episode. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Did hope you enjoyed. So wrapping it up here today, we did get our third gym badge against Wattson, and honestly it wasn't that difficult. And we did some more continuing exploration. We did see 2 mysterious people that are blocking off the cable cars to Lava Ridge Town. We're probably going to be figuring out what more we have to deal with them. Kind of shady figures indeed. And this is really just going to be continuing grinding and continuing on leveling up our pokes. And as I said, we should be able to grab our 4th teammate here as well. But we'll find out all about that and a lot more next time. So guys, this has been your boy Ron, and I'll be seeing you next time in next episode. So guys, take care. See you then.